That is Chase McDonald. Wave to the people, Chase. Chase is the Assistant State Engineer over Adjudication. Michael Ferguson's with us. He is the Assistant Attorney General over this book. Kate and Andrea are two of the adjudication engineers that worked on this book. So the agenda, we're gonna review the adjudication process and where the Provo City South stands in it. Discuss how to access the proposed determination and hydrographic survey. Give an overview of the proposed determination and how to read different components. An overview of the hydrographic survey map and what it represents. And then a question period at the end. But if you have questions about something I say during the presentation, please ask me as I'm going through it. So we aren't going to go into a lot of depth for the entire adjudication process. If you'd like more information, the initial public meetings for this book or other books are on our YouTube channel. But essentially what a general adjudication does is it joins all water users within a drainage and the state engineer as parties to litigation to obtain a final comprehensive decree of all water rights within that drainage. Every major drainage in the state of Utah is currently or has already gone through a general adjudication. Due to the size and growth, the main river drainages are often split into smaller areas or subdivisions, hence the Provo City South Subdivision. The adjudication process, this is detailed in Utah State Code Title 73, Chapter 4. There are 3 phases. The initial phase, which occurred in initiation phase, sorry, occurred in summer of 2019. It's in the mint color. The light purple is the claim filing and list of unclaimed rights phase. That was completed in 2021. And the beige is the claim investigation and proposed determination phase. So that consisted of claim investigations, which resulted in state engineers' recommendations or SERs for each water right. Those were then compiled into a document called the proposed determination, which was published on March 20th. And that started a 90-day period for people to be able to object to the proposed determination, which ends on June 18th. Today, we're having the final public meeting, and then it concludes with the objection resolution, and once all objections are resolved, then we'll seek an interlocutory decree from the court. So accessing the proposed determination. There are links to the proposed determination and hydrographic survey maps in the materials section on the public meeting info page, or you can type in these URLs. So I'm going to walk through each part of the proposed determination and what you should be aware of while reading your right and what you would need to know to file an objection. So on the title page, they go over the jurisdiction over the adjudication case, which in this case is the Third Judicial District Court. The general adjudication description and civil case number, the division and subdivision names, and the area and book numbers. On the notice to water users, once again, there's the civil number, which you will need to file an objection, and instructions on how to file an objection. Once again, objections must be submitted within 90-day period, which ends June 18th, and they must be submitted to the court. Just emphasizing those sections of the civil number and the how to object. And also a copy of this presentation is also included in the materials section on the public information, on the meeting info for this meeting. The preamble is an in-depth description of the proposed determination. One important part is the prior decree section. The basic idea is we consider and encompass all prior decrees in our evaluations, and the Provo City South proposed determination includes the 1921 Provo River Decree. You can read the prior decrees in their entirety on our website. So location map, these are the boundaries of the subdivision. The proposed determination only includes water rights that have PODs within the Provo South Subdivision boundaries. The priority schedule. This is important in Utah because water is distributed based off prior appropriation. If shortages were to happen, the priority date determines who would receive water first. So this has the water source, so where is the water being diverted from? The priority date, the flow quantity of waters that can be diverted, the water right number, which identifies it on the state engineer's records, the owner of record. This may not be the person who is currently using the water. County's recorder's office is the official office of record for ownership. If you need to update title, we can help you through the process using a report of conveyance. The description of water rights. So this has once again, the water right number, the name and owner. In some cases with several owners, we'll also have ownership remarks that are described by either quantity of water, beneficial use, or percent. The type of right. So is it an application to appropriate, a decree, or a diligence claim? Oh, sorry, back here was also the quantity of water. So this would be a volume or a flow that may be diverted. The priority date and source. So when it was first put to use and from what source it originally came from. The point of diversion, where the water is being diverted from the natural environment. The PLSS description gives section, township, and range. Can be a well or a diversion from a stream. The group number, so groups of rights that have common use and place of use. So the nature of use, this describes how the water is allowed to be used, whether it's irrigation, stock watering, domestic, municipal, or some other use. The period of use for irrigation seasons in this book, that would be April 1st to October 31st. For domestic, that's year-round. The sole supply, the amount of beneficial use allowed under the particular water right. The place of use table has the section, township, and range. Each section is broken down into quarter sections and then into quarter sections. And then we identify where the water is being placed to use within these 40-acre tracts. Then we have other comment sections. This is where we'd add any more information that needs to be identified for a water right. So for example, this paragraph of this section mentions the paragraph of the decree, since it's a decree right, and has the distribution schedule. So forfeited rights. Our investigation showed that these rights have not been used for a period of 7 years or more. That period of time is set from state statute. And these, once again, have the water right number, the name of the owner of record, the point of diversion or source. Invalid claims. These are claims being disallowed because there is no legal basis for them, meaning they do not meet the standards outlined in state statute. So these, once again, have what is a water right number, but really a file jacket number, name of the owner of record, the point of diversion or source that they listed in their claim. And some examples of how something would be invalid is a diligence claim, claiming pre-statutory use, but without sufficient evidence that it was first put to use. Yes.
Good question. So my claim that I've got It's on the map, but it's not in any of these determinations. What does that mean?
In terms of that specific question, if you wait till after, we could address it with you then.
Okay.
But yes, so, or another way something would be invalid if someone was claiming someone else's water. Example would be there's a canal running through their property and they threw a pump in it or something like that. That's yeah, that's not their water. But then we have the alphabetical index, a list of water rights in the proposed determination based off the ownership alphabetically. Once again, name of the owner, point of diversion or source, the water right number, and the page numbers where you would find that water right. The hydrographic survey map. This is a visual record of the points of diversion and irrigation in the subdivision. They are not filed with the court, but are a useful visual tool. A few pieces to go over: the north arrow and scale of each page. Each page is intended to be 2 foot by 3 foot. The map legend showing the book boundary, PLS township section, and quarters. For the points of diversion, for the water rights, there are color codes based on if the right is allowed, disallowed, or abandoned. So anything that's shown as abandoned, that is not necessarily that the well is abandoned, that is the water right has been abandoned. Irrigation and water use groups. On the legend, it shows what water rights are a part of it, and the color code or the shaded area corresponds on the map to the actual irrigated acreage that we found during the investigations. And these, then we have the map location, which is the current page you are on viewing and where it lies within the subdivision. These maps will be digitized and part of our map online. This is our contact information. You can also come into our office. We have a great public inquiry team that would love to help you. Once again, objections must be filed with the court by June 18th. Oh, sorry. Okay. And then also at this point, if we have any general questions, either online or in person, while we're still recording, just general questions, but once we stop recording, then we will stay around to answer any of your specific questions. So are there any general questions in the House? Yes.
I was back up.
Yes. Sorry.
I just looking past on the draw. Thank you.
And are there any questions online? Kate, are there any questions online? Okay. But at this time, then we'll end the recording and speak to you individually about your rights or any questions you may have. Oh, yes.
So I went through this approval, personal well, and I was approved, so nothing's really changed, right? Being notified, right? All my original paperwork.
He's asking a specific question, so I think we can end the recording.
Did you hear me? Okay.
Yes.
So nothing has happened. This is just going over our access and all the work that's been done and how we can access that and see where we are, what our rights are, what our rights are not.
Correct. So there'd be things like